Today, I'm just picking the first of the senses, which is touch. Okay. And touch is absolutely important, especially for young children. And if they are below 7 years, then this is the, you can say, the form of love, or this is the form of confidence building. If you have to tell how can I build confidence in young children, then the kind of healthy touch that they're gonna get, the hugs, the warmth, they've been cuddled, not cuddled and hugged all the time, but at least a lot of it. This will build a great deal of confidence in the child. So touch is coming from that place, where they're really given, especially parents whom they love and they think coming and giving them a nice tight hug, and they are held there in that kind of touch, right? And similarly, for children above 7 years, the the touch or the hug, right? Hug is still important, right? It could be just a nice card to, really good hugs, especially when they are feeling little crying or they're down, and allowing the child to decide how long they should hug is absolutely central, because this will help them become very confident when they are grown up. They are able to understand another human being. Touch is so central. It is connected with the 12th sense, which is the ego sense, and they are able to understand the nuances, or they're able to understand that little things that the other person is feeling, the egoness. So touch comes from that. All great leaders have got a healthy sense of understanding the other person. That person has got hurt by this person's words. We have that kind of little bit understanding. So that is the ego sense that I'm calling about, that develops very nicely. And this can continue even into adulthood, even after 14 years, touch and hug. It may not be as often, the children may not want it as often, but whenever you can, it's a birthday, New Year, come here, give me a hug, or a nightly hug, give a nice hug to your child, send them, okay, time for bed. So this practice will keep a healthy bond. Even when there are some things that you're angry about, the child knows that you're not carrying this to your room, carrying this back to your sleep. You're resolving, you're giving a touch. It's not like it's resolved. You're still against whatever topic you are against, but you're not carrying it and going to bed. So, touch builds confidence in young children, especially. It's absolutely central to do this. And children who have got less touch, okay, they are usually more, you can say, not really bitter, but they're also very angry kind of children. They're a little bit more angry. They are they're very sensitive, and anything will provoke them, whether words or anything else. They get a little bit irked very quickly. So that's the other side. Children who have not got touched much in a good way, they also suffer. Today there is a lot of conversation on good touch, bad touch. That is another topic, but unfortunately what is getting punished is the good touch, right? In that name, we are losing out on our children, especially as parents. So you have full rights to give them a nice, good hug and make sure that they go up healthily. So this is about the touch sense that I wanted to cover today, and the drawbacks. The positives is confidence. The negative is some sort of anger, withdrawal from the world, withdrawal, just a little bit more lonely, a little more withdrawn. I'm not saying every loneliness is because of this, but it adds to the making of the human being, right? And especially you would have seen some cultures like the Northeast culture, they completely wrap the baby up. The body is constantly in touch with the mother, right? That's the amount of touch the young children need. They're very warm people also by nature. Generally, I'm talking. So, like that, touch is absolutely important. Not having it has got its repercussions, right? Do you have any questions on this topic alone? The next thing to talk about is reverence. You can also consider it as like a refresher to the workshop, right? And the reverence is where, especially a toy, is broken, damaged, you know, don't be in a hurry to replace them. Don't replace fast. Allow the child to grieve little bit, to feel sad. It's okay. You have to allow the child to feel some emotions, some grief. No, it's okay. You lost it. Oh, it's such a beautiful. Maybe let's say it's a teddy bear or some toy, and the leg was damaged or broken. Let the child grieve. You can order it today in Amazon, the same kind of toy. Probably bought it on Amazon, and you can get fast delivery on Prime today. But that's not the idea. The goal is to allow them that sense of acceptance that things get damaged, things break, and also to develop a little bit of reverence towards things. They're not like entitled. And in fact, I had put a post on LinkedIn somewhere, and I was telling the same thing about reverence. And one of the psychologists replied how one of her batchmates had told that his mother had always given every toy when it was broken, she would immediately replace the toy. And he grew up getting anything which was damaged, it would always come back to him immediately. And he never felt happy about it. And he had a lot of anger issues with his mother when he grew up. And similarly, the psychologist was telling me, both were psychologist batchmates, and she was telling me that her mother was the opposite of his mother. And she would not immediately give things back, and she would wait without knowing about all these things. Naturally, she did it. And she says, I'm so grateful that today I have a lot of respect for things around me, for people around me. So, reverence always starts with objects first. We can't have reverence for people before we have reverence for objects. So, objects is first, right? In the hierarchy of things, objects, reverence is first. Then comes plants, then comes animals or pets, then comes human beings. So the reverence starts with that, starts with the materials. So if we don't have that reverence for materials, it is not going to somehow magically, children are not going to have respect for human beings. It has to go through that process. Reverence for plants. That's why I tell young children, especially after they're 5 years old, so go and take care of a plant, water the plant. I know they're going to do shoddy job, not properly, but it's okay. That's not the idea. The idea is to build reverence. The plant will die. Let one or two plants go. They'll realize better with that, what is happening. Similarly, if they're animals, let's go feed. Even if you don't have a pet at home, how can we take care of some pet somewhere? Maybe somebody is leaving, I will take care for 1 or 2 days. Or some animal outside on the streets, can we feed something, touch? So all that reverence comes. And lastly, it builds in human beings, right? Then we have respect for grandparents, father, mother, others. There's a reverence for things like that. So it always starts with the object or the materials. And as parents, toys are the number one thing, right? Similarly, sometimes I've seen when a pet dies or it's lost, parents are okay, my child is grieving so much, so attached, missing, and we want to get the pet. Immediately go next day or after 1 or 2 days and get a new pet, similar looking, puppy or same breed. That is also not healthy. Allow the grieving, allow a few months to pass. Remember that object or remember that animal, plant before you move on and get them replaced. Talk about it. Wow, that toy. I remember you got it. Who gave you that toy? Oh, this uncle, you got it on your birthday, is it? Wow, I mean, really, it's been so many years you had it. Allow that kind of conversation and grieving, right? So, such Children, when they grow up also with confidence. They have that amazing confidence. They know how to deal with grief. They can understand the pain of another human being. Otherwise, they don't even know what pain means. It's been always thing. And when they grow up, they are not able to empathize with others. They don't build that social emotional skill. We can give all big fancy words, but in the end, it is that reverence for things, reverence for people. Social emotional learning is that healthy development we need of how to be around people, how to manage their own emotions and those of others, right? Sometimes you'll find, you may have seen people, friends or known people, they feel awkward around grieving people. They don't know how to handle them. They're like lost puppies. It's like, oh my God, how what to do? Should I talk to them, hug them? So that comes because we need to build that kind of reverence, empathy. And secondly, also touch, what I gave. They have got a lot of touch. They know how to handle grieving people. They just go give a nice warm hug. Person both feel good about it, right? So that's why touch helps in the reverence of things also. So both are interconnected in some. So reverence is for objects, then starts with plants, things, then also it comes for the last thing is purpose, some grand purpose. Purpose is very abstract. There's nothing to see. Like until now, we've been seeing things, object, plant, pets, animal, I've been seeing. Purpose is abstract. Oh, he's on this mission. They want freedom fight, freedom struggle. They're on a mission to help poverty, educate. Then that reference comes for the purpose also. So this is the meaning of reverence and how it is important to build in the child. Okay, and not get into the fast culture of replacement. Fast replacement don't. Okay, grieve, sad, and then talk, and then you replace. So this should be the path instead of the other one. So any thoughts about this? Any questions you have? Anything you want to share about it? That's happening between the two.
Captain, would responsibility also be a part of this? I don't know.
So can you?
Responsibility.
It was the voice is not clear.
Sorry, am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah,
What about responsibility? Is it will it come under this reverence or will it be separate? Like responsibility for your own things.
yeah. It comes from this. If the reverence is built, then it is easy
Okay,
to build responsibility. It's not
okay.
possible to build responsibility without reverence.
Hmm.
Responsible for what? Then when there is reverence, they feel responsible. Oh, this toy, if it broken, then I don't know when I will get it. I'll feel responsible. Let me go put this toy back. But if they know this can be replaced easily, and if you tell, hey, you have to keep the toy back, it's okay, mama, big deal, get it again, right? The responsibility doesn't come. When there is limited, then there is, it's easy to build. Then when we build responsibility and say, hey, keep the toys back, because we've been building this culture of reverence, then it's easy. So reverence before responsibility. Both are needed, but reverence
Okay.
for responsibility. If you just tell them to be responsible for the animal, responsible for this, like the same order hierarchy, right? Then they will not. They don't really care. They're like, okay, big deal. So it makes it easier to be responsible. Like why are parents
Okay.
responsible for the child? Because they have a certain reverence for they love the child. They know it's irreplaceable, the child. The responsibility comes automatically. I want to feed, I want to take care, bathe them, send them to school, all those stuff. And the last topic is on imagination. And for young children, using building imagination through Free play builds that creativity. If there were two toys, for example, one is a car. I'm just taking an example of a car, and it's a toy. You got a car, right? For young children, especially. There's one more, which is maybe a toy like this, right? Some wooden piece or something, or a stick or something. So here the child can turn this into a car, make it into going around on the floor. This for sure is a car. They can't turn this into a helicopter. This maybe it can be made into some turtle or something. I'm just guessing, right? That and or it can become a shed, a cow shed, or any kind of object. So this is where the imagination comes in. But most of the toys that you're going to see in the market are all going to be this kind of toys. They already have very fixed shapes. This kind of toys are very less. I will share a link in the group later where such toys are also being sold. You can connect with them and you feel, or just buy something from the outside which you feel has got this kind of stuff. So here you can make imaginative play, can allow children to create imagination. Of course, what you have, you don't have to throw it out, but you don't have to buy more of them. They can do a mix and match of both kind of toys. So this kind of free play with children are playing by themselves, giving a lot of imagination. Initially, because the children are not used to this kind of playing, because they have seen all the other their peers playing like this, it may be difficult. So you may have to show one or two times how to play with this. Maybe you got some kitchen utensils and turn them into a mountain. Maybe this is like some sand, and or using your furniture itself um, as some sort of prop. This will give them ideas on how to use this kind of toys, right? So use things around things and create different kind of. So you can play this kind of imagine it. You'll have to do it three, four times, four, five times maybe, till the children get the hang of it. And then you can leave them. They will go on. They will go more crazier ideas they will make. They will turn this into aeroplane, helicopter, and whatnot, and they'll go all the way. So initially, you may have to guide them because of our society is programming us to get into those boxes. So you have to break free and create that imagination spirit. So focus or try to get children, especially young children below 7 years, give them a lot of such open ended toys, or what is I mean, that's a better word, open ended toys, or toys without form, right? Without concrete form at least. And uh, that will be a great kind of things to add. You allow them to use. The other thing around imagination is stargazing, which I encourage heavily, without apps, some any other tech or tools. Tools includes binoculars, telescopes, all those things. Just go outside your house. If your house is in the city, obviously you can't. Then if you're traveling sometime in the next 2, 3 months, especially till April end, if you're going out somewhere, vacation, or even May if you're lucky, the skies are sometimes give you a great skies, some places, and just lie outside, get a mat or something, and or just lie outside watching the night sky. You may not even know a single name, or you may know, that's okay. Just look at the shapes, make some images there. Like, the dots, you have to join the dots and make some images, create some stories. Oh, that dog, you can see the dog. The dog was running and it was chasing. Just like those fairy tales that I told you all earlier about, the hair fairy like that. Some fairy you can make and this and that and play some games. Then pass the ball to the other person. Okay, now you make, and then continue. So this also builds great imagination capacity. And especially the younger they are, Their neuron pathways are still being developed, right? Still being developed. So now at this time, if you make that imagination play, all those neurons will develop so much because of the thing. They have never seen anything like this. Even in adults have seen, they become so creative once they start to do these kind of cosmic games, because that is the ultimate biggest imagination ever created, the cosmos, and we're just sitting inside. So get back outside, watch the night skies, see some stars there sprinkled, no? Something here, something here. Ask the children, hey, look at this shape. It looks like a pan, or it looks like some, tongs. And let's say the tong magically went up and got stuck in the sky. So you can create these kind of games. It builds great imagination, takes them away from mobile devices, gives you a bond. I know parents who have done some of this come back to me after many years telling me that night, when we stargazed with you after 5 years, it's one of the best moments I had with my child, because we had such a great bond. We did this fun stuff with them. So like that, you can create not just great bonding moments with your child, but also creating imagination, building imagination, right? So one through toys, which you can do on a regular basis at home. The other being with stars, which is another taking it to the next level. Any questions so far? Imagination and creativity, or if you have any other questions on this topic.
Actually, even I'm quite interested in this. I wish I could learn.
Stargazing,
Yes.
yes, we are absolutely looking forward to teach. Which city are you both from?
Mumbai.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that's like crazy, in the middle of the urban jungle. And of course, if you're traveling, I don't know, Lokhandwala and all that kind of places, I've heard it's good. I've not been there, but some places where you can stargaze. I do have sometimes events in Bangalore. People do come from different places to attend, and I do it very rare because it's very difficult to find spaces like that these days. And I'll keep you all informed if it's permit. I mean, if something else can do that. I have you can say a book, very simple book, ebook on Amazon. Okay, it's called
Okay.
Stargazing for Beginners: How to Get Started ebook, and you can download it. It gives very basic, but enough to remove that kind of awe and overwhelm, but get comfortable with the night sky. So you can pick up that book, ebook.
Sure. Thanks.
So yeah, that's it from the knowledge sharing perspective. Stop. Do you have any questions from how things have been so far? Anything you want to ask?
So I have a couple of questions, Captain.
Okay,
Sandeep can add if he has anything else. But
okay,
yeah. So recently we had this sports day in a society, place where we live. So there, my daughter had participated. She was participating in this lemon and spoon race, and
okay.
yeah, and then every day she used to practice a little. I used to tell her, "Why don't you practice?" And she used to take lemon and spoon. She used to practice at home only, and she was getting confident. And then that day, when she was, she took part, and then she was almost, about to win, and but at the end moment, her lemon fell down, so she was
Mm,
disqualified. And then after that, she cried a lot. I
mm,
mean, she was about to win, just about to win, and maybe first, second, I think. But then after, it was very difficult for her to, accept that she didn't win. So it happened that Sandeep told her that we appreciate your effort. You did so well, and you are like a winner for us. Then it went in her head that I am a winner.
mm,
Then I was telling her that no, you didn't win. Your friend won, but you did really well, and really
mm,
appreciate the effort you took. You practiced, and the way you did whole how you balance the lemon. all through that, race till the end. But it happens, sometimes it falls for, it could fall for anyone. And it happens with everyone. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And it's okay to lose also. And it's not very important to win. But she was not able to accept it. Then, just for cheering her up, we told her, okay, we'll take you out in the evening for ice cream. And but then in her head, it was that I won. Somehow
Mm,
it went in. She was crying that she didn't win. But then it slowly creeped. We told her that we'll take you out and all. So it somehow it kept in her mind that she won.
mm.
So we're not able to, explain her. Then afterwards, I was telling her, no, you didn't win. No, 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 I won.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know how to explain her now. And after that, we connected. We led the topic.
Yeah. I would suggest you can't do anything now, leave it. Don't go and
Yeah.
pick it up. But if it happens again, obviously there will be failures. All of us will fail at something or the other.
Yes, yes.
Right? So at that time, allow her to grieve. This is where parents have to become a little more stronger. No, they feel that
Okay.
allowing the child, how can I see it? Let me comfort her because that love is so strong, right? Almost. So not like you're distancing and acting aloof and saying, just become, grow up, don't cry like the baby and things like that. But just being with her, hold her hand, give her a hug, come just pull her. She'll be crying, oh, this crying. Allow, just be in silence. Become comfortable in grief. Become comfortable just holding her. She'll cry maybe 5, 10 minutes. All the children will be looking at her. And she just cry. Maybe we just hold a hand around her. She's crying away. And after some time of grieving, will grieve and then she'll be okay. It'll come to a quiet. Then give her a hug like that. Oh, what to do, Mama? Said you tried very hard. You did very good job. But it's okay. Time we lose. Right? Allow the grief,
Mm.
allow our loss because children, if they don't allow, they grow up feeling entitled. The world must give them everything on a platter. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen like that. They when they grow up in their 20s, that's when big problems come. If they feel like why this person is not promoting me after 3 months of getting into the work, nobody promotes you just like that. They start becoming feeling that entitlement. So this is like I'm saying, still young. Many episodes are going to come. More such things are going to come for you guys. So it's okay. My only thing is next time when it happens, allow the green, become comfortable. As parents, that is for you to become comfortable. Actually, it's your journey more than us. And the more you
Yeah.
become comfortable, hold, hug, allow her to pour out, cry, tantrum, just be there in silence, in like almost like a stone, not stone, not emotionalist, that's not the word. Almost like you're just there for her, but you're not giving her any false imagery there. So that way, uh, she knows how to grieve also and overcome that. And it's good for sad emotions, very important, healthy it is. Okay, not deliberately done sad emotions for the sake of it, naturally occurring because of the situation, like how it happened. It's the best times for them to experience what is called as a full emotional range, not just happy moments, the full emotional change that life throws at them, not unnaturally them. Life is throwing, it's extremely good, healthy development.
Yes. And actually, I want to just add to that what
You're not clear, Abba,
happened
not
in
clear.
that moment. I actually the one person who. Okay, still not clear.
You,
Hello,
yeah, you came
hello,
very, you're completely
hello. Any
stifled.
better?
Yeah, now better. Can you repeat?
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to add to that situation. So what happened after that? Her friend won. Her
Mm.
friend won. So I was then she was crying. After some time, I told her, "Come, let's go and congratulate her." Then she didn't want to come. But I don't think I should also have been pushy.
Yeah, ask her
Yeah.
because she's 7, not even 7, right?
She's 5.
5.
She will be
So
6 soon. Yeah.
6, that's okay. First of all, competitive sports are kind of overwhelming for such young kids. Okay.
Mm.
And it's just big shock that just allowing them to grieve is enough. Okay. You can tell
Yeah.
them, do you want to congratulate? She said, no, no, I don't feel like, because they're too young to understand this. By
Right.
9, 10, that's when they are opening up, because by then they are like, okay, even 10 is young, I would say. 11, 12 only, they become okay to go and congratulate the opponent. So till then, that means like the huge number of years to go before they, if they congratulate, well and good. Don't need to say, no, no, you wait for some time. But just be mindful that it may not happen till then.
Yeah. Got it, Captain.
Yeah, naturally it
Yeah.
will happen. Even if you ask once, they say no. And such kinds of things usually develop in teens when, if they have seen parents do it, then they will go do it. Now, suppose you're playing some game at home, nothing fancy. Let's say simple, maybe you're playing a card game or something else and lose. And some friend of yours, family friend, relative wins. Hey, congratulate, give them high five, superb, great game here. No, congrats. The children see this. You don't have to tell them, no, you do it. They see you doing 10 times, they'll also follow it. So that is through imitation they will learn. Emotional range, that's the other thing to keep in mind. Imitation and emotional range. Is there anything else? Any other question?
One more question. Actually, Captain, in her school, they had actually they had asked her to, remember some spelling, to
Mhm.
practice the spelling. And she didn't tell me earlier. So just before going to school, just 10 minutes before, she told me, okay, teacher had told me to remember these spellings. I want to, can you help me practice it? So I, helped her with the spelling. Two, three spellings were there, and I helped her with it. But it was just 10 minutes before leaving to school. And she felt that she will not remember. I tried to make it up for her, make it easy for her, but still she was not confident when going. And then she told, no, I won't go to school only. And then she started saying, I will not go, I will not go. She was going to the lift and she's coming back. No, I will forget, I'll come. So I told her, no, no, you have to go. It's okay if you make mistake, but you go. But then somehow I pushed her to school. But yeah, but she's having that
Yeah, this is
fear.
something that is
What if
happening.
she loses, maybe?
This is what's happening. We are competition in its truest sense should be brought to children about 12 years. Okay, because any child below 12 years goes into a shell the moment they're put in a competition. That's why the kind of games that is ideal for children is group games where group wins and group loses. There is no single person. It's not like a tennis game. It's like football match. The game should be. I'm not saying football, but I'm saying football like where who lost? Team A lost, team B. There is no one person there who has lost. So those are the kind of games children below 12, maybe even up to 13 thrive on. They love such kind of game because they don't want to be the spotlight. Parents want the child to be spotlight, right? We are in a hurry. We like this tennis kind of game because then they are rock star. But unfortunately, the child doesn't. They come naturally. They will come naturally to the point. You can't even stop. But when we keep saying the early, if you remember the early womb that I keep talking about, where the child is awakened early, right? Competitive games
Yes,
for
yes.
young children is early awakening, right? What is awakening? Ego gets awakened. That's why you can see in her behavior, she's already acting like a mini adult, right? Where she's telling, oh no, I don't want to go to school. Why? Because there is a shame coming in. What if I'm not able to answer? Shame will only come when an ego is stirred. Otherwise, children don't have shame. They don't even understand what guilt means, shame means. They don't understand such concepts. So if that has come because they're feeling provoked, because they've been compared in school, I'm not saying y'all, but in school, the teachers are doing it, or those kind of environments where they're constantly put on competition and comparison. Competition comparison is fantastic. Children above 14, they love it. They love competition. But children below almost get suffocated. It's like giving such harsh sunlight. Sunlight is good for plants, but if you give it for young, tender, harsh sunlight, they will just wilt away. That's the analogy I can draw. So how you're going to deal with it is in a way you have less control of school, obviously, like you can't do much there. But at home, not you not proactively encouraging her to take part in competitions. Okay, let her take part in activities. and tell them that, hey, I want her to take part in this. Let her learn things, but not proactively push her into competition. Unless she says, I want to go, fair enough, because she's already getting there. But ideally, pulling her back subconsciously.
Okay, Captain. This is difficult because there's there's so much we can't control in school. Like,
Control. That's exactly. But whatever you can, in some ways, um, there are some kind of schools I could suggest. I don't know how far it is from your place, or even there is one. They are called Waldorf Steiner schools. Okay, and
mm,
generally they are. You should at least, even if you don't admit your child, you should at least go once to see how what is happening in the other world, right? Just to get an idea. One of the weekends, you can say, hey, can we come visit? We just, even if you know it's too far, you can't admit it, it's too far away from your house, right? Just to get an idea what's happening.
yes, Captain. So,
And
is there are there some schools which you know about?
I can't readily think of some names, but I can ask around and tell you.
But Captain, do they follow some curriculum board or something, or is
So
it okay if we
eventually they
don't?
will all follow some curriculum, right? For the first 7, 8 years, they don't. They have some curriculum called the Waldorf curriculum, where they are more less, you can say, focused on only academia, more focused on building what is known as confidence, helping them work with their hands. And I've seen the children, I've been working in that kind of space for long now. And I've seen the children who come out of it extremely confident, the way they carry themselves, and uh, reliable, and academically also fairly quite good. Some of them really excel also. And but that's not the focus. The focus is how well-rounded and how well they can, carry themselves into the world, and they get absorbed in very good universities also today. Because the way you can see the child's abilities in that. They do farming, they do, knitting. You may wonder how's knitting. Knitting builds a lot of willpower, clay work, carpentry, farming, those kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, for now, what you can do for your own child is, since you're in that space where the school has got, every evening or something like that, you can ask what has the school told, what is the homework, or is there some diary in which the teacher tells, writes and gives. So you can take the onus of remembering such things from the child. Child will not remember. Even up to 10, 12 years, they may not remember. You will have to actively engage and say, what homework have we got for today? What has happened in school? What has things this happened, that happened? Okay. And you have to follow it up.
Right,
They will
Captain.
not
So,
have that kind of purpose-based discipline, they will not have yet. Anything else? Sandeep, any questions, any
Yeah,
thoughts?
yeah. Actually, your three topics like the touch, reverence, and the toy you are talking about today. I would like to share my experience on these topics. Like for hug, actually, in the workshops, you have shared that the more you hug the child, the more comfortable they are, the more confident they are. So we what we do means we apply the same philosophy like hugging them and we hold them until they leave on their own. So actually, this these hugging time, we have a good bonding with each other, and they love to hug. And now the little one is also coming around, and we all have a group hugs and kind of thing.
Super. Nice.
So it's a good thing. And building reverence, actually, what we do, like Abha, normally we have lots of toys. When she was very young, people were gifting lots of toys. So what Abha did, she said that no, we will not have so many toys because it is very cluttery and she's not having attention because sometimes he plays this and that, then she starts throwing because there are lots of toys around. So what she did is that she said one toy rule, set one toy rule where she hid all the toys and only give one toy. And when she gets bored with that toy, then she comes back to her and then she says, okay, now I want to change my toys and all. Is this reverence or it's something else? Because I just wanted to know.
This is not this is not reference to little, not too much, but this is building her imaginative play a lot because she's got list. The imagination builds in resource crunch when there's a resource crunch, right?
Okay.
When there's only one toy, now you have to make so many types of games in that. So her
Hmm.
imagination is building in that, right? And she could do. Second thing is have some sort of a day or some end of month or end of week for the toy change. Not whenever she comes and asks, you're changing toys. Then there's entitlement. Okay, when I ask the parent, they're going to change it, right? No, every Sunday we'll get one or two toys and you can play. Next Sunday we can replace it or keep it up to you. Sunday goes, then next Sunday only you get the next one or whatever like that. Otherwise, they will come that I just have to go and ask and they will change it.
And regarding your third point, that toy, which is like the toys which are not having any dimensions and all. So means we bought a bag of blocks from one of the vendors, and it's it's not having any shape. It has only rectangles, curve shapes. So uh, once a week we take out the blocks and we start making some house. Like she says that, oh, let's make a zoo.
Mm,
So there's a zoo counter, and there are yeah, different areas for different animals and all. So we start playing with those things. Sometimes we make uh, house or building, tall building. Let's make tall building, and let's see how tall you can make and all. So these kind of things we do, and she really enjoys. But after some time, they started throwing here and there the blocks because they have very little less attention span. So maybe for 5 to 10 minutes they will play properly, then they start throwing it, and the little one, he will not understand him. He initiates and she follows.
mm.
So these kind of things are okay,
So you
or
have to bring a toy fairy into their life, right? Tell them, hey, every time you throw one, the toy fairy is going to take away one toy away, and she's going to only come or he's going to only come and give it to you after a month, right? So again, they throw one more toy, and little by little, punishment is always given as a proportionate response. Never too much punishment. Means the punishment should match the the punishment should match the error, right? So let's say 10 toys they're playing with, blocks example, and they throw five, six toys, seven, eight, everything, or maybe everything they throw. Right? Tell, oh, today the tooth fairy is going, I mean, the toy fairy is going to take away one toy for sure. Right? Tomorrow you'll have one less, and or nine. And again, once more, one more less, one more less, one more less. Slowly, they will start, my God, I can't throw this. Now I have come down to three toys or four toys. Right? And at that time, the reverence starts to come. So you have to be patient till that point it kicks in and they start now getting the pressure and say that, okay, now better treat these three things. If I throw these things, then I'll have nothing for the next 1 week. And the fairy also gives back only one at a time, not like everything bundled up. So little by little, you're earning it. The culture of earning things, not money wise, but through effort. Okay, you're good then. Okay, Toy Fairy is going to give you one. 10 you threw, seven went away. Now you're doing very nicely. One more came back, not all eight again. Then second week, okay, one more Toy Fairy is giving you one more back. Wow, she's really liking that, taking care of things, bringing that kind of language and vocabulary into the child's life. Uh, so you can that's the beauty of these fairies and all these things. You bring them into these young children and bring that kind of reverence. It's very difficult if you tell like this to a 14-year-old. They'll say, "What is this?" No, that is very hard work. The time the work of reverence is really hard. It's only done in person. Remotely, I cannot work with children like that, right? So at this case, I can tell you all, and you all can do that kind of work, and you all can see magic.
Captain? Now, at the end of this, means while we were talking with our, you were discussing about world of schools. Actually, near our means where we live, there is hardly any world of because we had searched a lot around. So, but we found one school which is somewhat Waldorf. They follow Waldorf, they say. So we used to visit them there during weekends.
Okay.
From there, we learnt about this hand knitting, and then we learned about stories, the more importance of stories, and these blogs also we got it from there. So so now actually we are means she is studying in a very conventional school where we have some at a young age they are teaching a lot. But in world of, as you said, it's not like that. They first try to build their confidence, and then studying and all they gradually pick up, not like conventional school. So now, what's your suggestion for us parents? Like, we are, most of us are putting our kids in conventional schools because of lack of any good Waldorf schools. So, what can we do extra in with our kids, which will also build some more confidence in them? Like, means we should could do something during weekends or every day. What else we can do so that at least not fully walled up, but little by little we can build in confidence and to build power, uh, all that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So the other thing comes, how can you do at home? That's why I realized that not everybody is some school like that is close by or they want to and things like that. So the first thing is like for your young child, even if they, for your young child especially, even if they can go for such schools till their fourth, fifth grade, right? That is the first thing. They don't have to do full 10 till then. Fourth, fifth grade. Fifth grade is a good point, I would say. It's a good option to consider. Okay, not they don't have to be full. Then you can shift to mainstream and they will do well also there, right? Second thing is if you're going to do at home itself, building their will for your young one. How old is 2 years? Is it
yeah, 2 years.
2 years? Okay,
One and a
so
half, actually.
two and a half.
Oh,
Okay,
it's one and a half.
so you can. And does he talk well? Does he do all his mobility, his moves around?
Yes, yes. He
Okay,
runs, he
runs
runs
and
and he shouts. Yeah.
yeah. So talking, you can talk to him when he's sleeping. If he's on your shoulder and you're sleeping, you can just talk to him about your day. You know what daddy went today. You can even talk like a third person, like not like I went today, daddy went today office and at this meeting. He'll not understand anything what you're talking. But the idea is your voice is soothing. Your voice gives confidence, knows how to talk. The words are subconsciously seeded. So he starts to become a good conversationalist later, right? You can sing a song. Songs are very, very healthy for such young kids, right? And if you are natural singers, natural thing, then nothing like it is like lottery. If not, pick up some song. Really, children don't care whether you're a good singer or a bad singer. Pick some karaoke, some nice old songs or any kind of song, not that fast-paced, modern dance beats that you keep for party days, but on a regular days, something more soulful, folk music, softer music with songs, nice lyrics with meanings. I would say that would be the correct word. Lyrics with meanings, nice songs. You can sing along. So singing is a great thing you can do with children. Again, your little one will not participate, but it's okay. Just him being in the present, listening in is good enough. Or he may be playing while you're singing, that's also okay. Your younger one can participate. So singing these kind of songs is something you can do at home, right? Weekends for sure you can do. Let's spend half an hour. Let's all sing together, right? And that is one. And that you can do. And for your younger kid, allow him to play outdoors if you can, if you have the liberty of taking him outdoors, some sand and tree. uh, they are naturally good at telling what is dangerous. They are naturally good. Of course electricity and all they will not understand, but like from height and all that, naturally good. So They will only be, don't be in a hurry to take them away. Just be there close by, let them go whatever max and just guide them there. So they build that kind of outdoor skills and outdoor confidence. And if he plays in the sand, you just have to get a book or something and read. Let him play in the sand till he's absolutely bored and can't do it anymore. That's how he builds his will strength as a young kid, right? Playing in the sand continuously, they will be playing for hours. Absolutely, they are in the zone, building their focus. Most of us as parents or teachers get bored and they'll be like, okay, chase, chalo, chalo, let's do this. But they are in the zone, that they are masters of will. What we as adults are going to try later to bring into our life, right? So they are absolutely in the zone. So allow them that, get a book, something else, time pass yourself. Just make sure it's all safe, physically safe, and they're good to go. And for a younger one, let her play her heart out, let her do running games, free games. Uh, you can also introduce them to a lot of free playing game. Most children don't know how to do free playing games, like running and catching, not competitive games, games which have got no ending. Example, like like this lock and key. I don't know if you know something like that, or games which don't have an ending. So those kind of games are good for young kids. They build a lot of will. No, there is no spotlight of getting out, right? And tagging games with the ball. Okay, you put the ball, chain game they call it. They go and catch everybody. So sometimes you may have to take that initiative in your community and call children and say, let's play a game. Because it's not necessary that children will know. They have no clue such game because their older generation has never played such games. So where will they even see such things? So now, unfortunately, it's for the adults now to bring in such games and introduce them. So games are very healthy for a child. Singing is very healthy for a child. Doing simple chores around the house is very good for your child. These are the three things I would say you can focus on for now. For the next, say, 3 months, focus on this, build it into your system. Again, come back, then I'll tell you a few more. You could, like for chores, it could be simple. Okay, lay the table, keep the things on the table, and or something on those lines, right? And or simple stuff, nothing dangerous, keep the glasses, fill the water, those kind of simple chores. Make them included in the family running, family household. Of course, younger one is too young, but at least for your daughter, it's she can be included. What was the other thing I said? Yeah, singing and outdoor games. Take them there. This is something that I would do myself. Get for my son when we get different communities. They don't know how to play, so I would go around, call them together, play the games with those kids, and suddenly they're all friends, and now they want to play games, and they try to ask for what are the different games that we can play. So this is what you could do. So keep implementing these things, and for the next 3 months, focus on these three activities. And next month again, on the third Thursday, I will connect, share some more insights. You can bring some new feedback, something else, and we can keep moving. Parenting is like a long journey. So little you keep doing, and you would have done a great parenting for your children.
Actually, we are having good experience with your tips and tricks, which is really helping a lot.
Which one?
All the tips, all the tools which you
Ah,
have given to us,
okay, tips and okay, nice,
it's really working.
super.
Because otherwise, without these things, we sometimes feel very helpless and all. But
Yeah.
now, actually, we are able to understand little by little that what's going on and how to handle this situation. And the bonding is really good.
Mm.
So we are looking forward for more such learning.
Yeah. So there's no point overwhelming. Little by little, each year you'll get new problems. That's good, and those are good problems. And the idea is to help parents in this long journey. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
okay.
Justin.
Welcome. So see you on the third Thursday of the next month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, bye bye.
Yes. Bye.
Sandeep, do me a favor, please. Just write
Yes.
down what you took away from this session in the group, so people who missed out feel inspired to attend and they also benefit.
Yeah, sure, sure. I'll do that.
Three things that you learned or you felt, inspired today from the call.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you. Bye.
thank you.